Hello and welcome, my friends. This is Jennifer from Mystic Star. I want to welcome you to your weekly reading for July 11th through the 17th. Is that crazy or what? We're in the middle of July already. It feels like we just celebrated Canada Day and Independence Day, and we're already looking into the middle of the month. It's fantastic how, as we get older, time seems to speed up and we have more to do. As a child, we had so much free time. Oh, if we had not pushed ourselves to grow up so quick. So this week, of course, I want to look at how you can use this time to your advantage to really get the most out of the week. We are coming off the full new moon, which was yesterday, and we have some of those newer elements in play. A lot of us aren't as impacted by the new moon energy as it's not as overt as the full moon energy. That's why I don't usually do a reading or I don't highlight it as much, because it is a gentler energy, and a lot of us, we miss out those new opportunities that the new moon offers us. That said, we still have that ability to be open to the messages, to those new aspects that are coming forward. So for the week of July 11th through the 17th, the decks I'm going to be using, I had a sneaking sensation that this is going to be an important deck. This is the Radiant Scales Tarot. It's a dragon deck. It's one of my newer decks. It's utterly gorgeous. That stability, it really came forward and was very needed in my Patreon readings that I just finished. So I know it was a really important deck to choose. And then I topped it off with my Energy Oracle. It's a fan favorite. It's a standard. This is a very well-known deck that people have seen everywhere, as it's a mainstream deck. You can get it on Amazon. You can get it anywhere. The Radiant Scales, I have linked their website below. They are not mainstream. This is a Kickstarter program, so it's not as predominant. But knowing that you have the ability to get both decks, it's kind of fun to go check them out for yourselves. All right, let's get into this week. What can my friends expect from the week of July 11th through the 17th? All right. Indecision. There's a crossroads coming ahead. Like I said, we're just coming off of that new moon energy. There are new aspects, emerging pieces, opportunities that are going to present themselves or have already started to present themselves, and we're a little bit resistant. As we transcend into this new week, we're going to find that those new aspects, they're still kind of resonating with us. It's not common for me to talk about the new moon, as it is such a gentle energy. However, this month, this gentle energy kind of has a yo-yo effect. It's going to go out there, come back, and then kick you in the pants. So we're still going to have that new opportunity, those possibilities. We need to make some decisions for our greater good. And the more we're working on that vibration, keeping it high, keeping our head held up high, looking forward, the easier this decision will be. It will be a no-brainer. Our high vibrational support team, well, they're with us always. And the higher our vibration, the easier it is to see the opportunities that your high vibrational support team is showing you. They're like, here, look. And you're like, I don't see it. I don't get it. However, as our vibration rises, we start to get it. Why? We're slowing down. We're paying attention to all the information around us. We're trusting in us and our abilities. We're taking care of us and really cherishing who we are and appreciating where we are on our journey. All these aspects help you to raise your vibration. You feel better, you feel stronger, and you feel more able to embrace those doors, those opportunities that your team is sharing with you. Ah, fantastic. Healer of the ages. Now, I know many people really struggle with portrayals of Jesus. I was one of them. Spiritual abuse is real. The different churches have caused trauma in this generation and past. However, you can't fault this ascended master. He's an ascended master. Many of us understand that Jesus, Buddha, these very predominant figures are ascended masters. He was a phenomenal healer. And if you ever have the opportunity to channel with him and chat with him, you'll find out his real interpretation of the Bible and how angry he is about it. So, that said, we need to raise our vibration. Part of that is healing us and healing others. It was interesting because I forget how much when you're working with others, whether it be friends or family, or if you are a practitioner working with clients, I had a cracker of a headache. And a client contacted me and they were in distress. And they're like, please, can you send something, anything? And they don't live anywhere near me. So it's common for me to send energy. I'll just do a distance healing. And I thought, okay, I've got a headache. I'll do this because I understand that they're going through a hard time. And I started to channel it and I could just feel the energy go through me. And when I was finished, my headache was gone. Why? Well, I wasn't focused in on the headache. I wasn't focused in on what caused the headache. I was focused in on caring for a client who needed my help. I cleared all the pathways. It literally felt like ice melting off my face. I felt so much better. That sharing though, that's really key. Sharing our energies, sharing our healing, sharing our love. We get out of our head. And that's exactly what we need to do. We need to get out of our head. We need to share. We need to love. When we do that, you'll see that vibration start to pitch high. These opportunities start to really present themselves for you. You get a lot of those aha moments. You start to see opportunities. People present more opportunities. High vibrational energy. People with high vibrational energy, they're very charismatic. They get the job done. They're just fun to be with because their energies are positive. That high vibrational energy is something that we're going to be working on over the next couple of years, really starting to have that baseline a lot higher than what we currently do, which means taking care of us, healing us, and this is a big part, enjoying where we're at. I know it can be really hard because a lot of us are not where we want to be. We're like this, I hate where I'm at, nothing's working, blah, blah, blah. That's low vibration. But when we flip that around, sure, we're not where we want to be. Okay, I'm working on it. It's fantastic. Even that perspective of I'm not where I want to be, however, I'm working on it. It shifts perspective. It shifts vibration from I hate where I'm at. I don't like this. Nothing's working. I'm working on it. Vibration shift. Opportunities start to come forward. Well, if I'm working on it, that means I am making things better for myself. I can continue to do this. I really enjoy that. I like this. When I do this, this works out. Those ahas help you to step up higher. Shifting perspective. It's huge. It's huge. And this week we are going to shift some perspective. We're going to shift some energies. We're going to embrace some amazing opportunities. And most importantly, we get to heal us and those around us. Because also, guys, this is a big thing. As we raise our vibration, people around us start to raise their vibration. They're like, look at this. They're rocking it. I could do that. I could so do that. I'm going to do that. And then they raise their vibration, which raises your vibration and others around it. So it's a win-win situation. And I think that's why I really like working in the high vibration, because it is contagious in a very positive way. They've been hucking my cards today, so we're going to be really careful. All right, what can my friends expect from the beginning of the week? I love this deck. I absolutely think it's gorgeous. The imagery is fantastic. The shine, though, because it's got the silver, it can be blinding against the lights. Can't even see the card. Okay, the 9 of Wands, or the 9 of Fire, also known as the 9 of Wands. Now, 9s, they're about all that we've kind of accomplished, achieved in our lifetime. And yeah, it's been a lot, right? This has not been the easiest ride. However, we have learned a lot. We have a very clear and defined backbone. No matter what's thrown at us, we stand tall. Why? We don't back down. If we back down, we wouldn't be here still. We would be kind of in a puddle of jello, huddled in the corner. We know that doesn't work. We use that inner fire, that inner flame, to bring in meaning, to bring in connection, to push you forward. Even when the things look a little bit challenging, we push ourselves forward. The beginning of the week, we need that determination, because a lot of us are feeling a bit fizzled out. It's been a long haul. Many of us have had chaotic weather. Many of us have had ongoing challenges with COVID. There's been a lot, not to mention what the last year and a half has brought everybody. So there's a lot of us who are really feeling that heaviness, that exhaustion. This week will help with that exhaustion, though, because we're going to make some decisions on that high vibrational energy. We're going to be looking at that healing. When we heal, part of that is releasing some of that burden that we're carrying on our shoulders. So we feel stronger. We feel more able to roll our shoulders back, hold our head up high, and really engage with what's happening. The beginning of the week, we need to start to shake some of that off. Release some of that gunk that we don't need. And for sure, we're going to need our determination, that inner flame stoked high. Because your ego likes this heavy, gunky crunkiness. Why? It slows you down. Your ego, at one point in time, served a purpose. Millions of years ago, it helped keep us safe. Now, it causes us stagnation and heartache. So, we need that fire, that determination to lessen our load, so we're more open to making some decisions that are in your best interest. Not the best interest of the masses or what that expectation is, but high vibrational decisions for you on your journey. I know it sounds hard. Ooh, how do you get rid of this? It's there. I feel it, but I don't see it. How do I do this? I have a number of releasing meditations on my YouTube channel here. Down below, you'll see meditation lists. Go check them out. There are 3 meditation lists and a mindfulness list. In my meditations, I have a variety of them that they're all guided. Just so you know, it's not like I'm saying, okay, for the next 20 minutes, we're going to sit and I'll check back with you in 20. No, they're all guided, they're all directed, and they all have a purpose. When we have intention in our meditation, we are able to get a job done. We have that meaning. We have that direction. It makes it so much better. I'm not the type of person that you could leave in a room for 20 minutes in a state of anyway. My team would have me be playing checkers with them. So you have that ability to use these meditations. I've got a lot of them. A lot of them are working with archangels. And I know some of my clients don't like working with archangels because of the trauma around the Christianity and Catholic faith. Again, like Jesus, they are not connected to that Bible. 3 to 4 of them, depending on which version you're reading, will appear in the Bible. There are thousands, hundreds of thousands of them. They don't all appear in the Bible. They're there to support us. They're part of our team. So I do have a number, I don't even know, I think I'm into the 50s now, working with different archangels on releasing different things. If you don't know where to start, it was in 2020 that I started these videos because I knew that, we needed tools. It was going to be a hard go, so we needed those tools. My first one with Archangel Metatron was releasing heartache and pain. Super easy. All my angel meditations are about 30 minutes long. And all you have to do is focus in on the breath. We do the rest, which is a pretty sweet deal. Also, if you're new to my channel, welcome. I'm glad you found us. And secondly, all my meditations, they are free, no strings attached. Use them as often as you need. They are only there to support you and heal you. Remember, anytime you participate in a meditation, you're raising your vibration intentionally because you're focusing in on your breath. You're not focusing in on the challenges or the problems. You're not holding yourself down. You're opening yourself up to that high vibration and the guidance that you're looking for. Okay? It does not matter if it's one of my meditations, someone else's meditation, or if you are a diamond in the rough, the unicorns that can sit in a room in a state of I applaud you. You are amazing. I can't do that. But you are opening yourself up to that high vibrational energy. And it'll help. It'll help you feel better, and it'll help release some of this burden that we're carrying. You feel physically stronger, emotionally stronger, and you're spiritually excited for what's happening next. All right, let's go into the middle of the week. What can my friends expect from the middle of the week? The Magician. The first card in the major arcana. Our skills, our abilities. Sure, we started off feeling pretty rough, pretty stiff, sore, heavy. With releasing, with focusing in on perspectives, right? And we can intentionally do that throughout our day. It's not a lot of work. It can be kind of tiresome because you're always checking into yourself. But again, you're checking into yourself. You're working on self. You're looking at healing you. You're not avoiding the problem. You're embracing it. You're wanting to work on it. You're going to find your abilities and your skills start to naturally strengthen. Why? You're working with yourself. You're working with those abilities. You're working with your ability to redirect yourself. You're working on your abilities to get the jobs done that you need to get done. You're working on abilities that are going to support you in the here and now and in the future. You strengthen those. What's more is you're combining them with whatever you're dealing with, those problems at hand. the meditations you know are there for you, any other tools that are there for you. Supports in the physical realm, in the spiritual realm. You're bringing them all together and you're creating something that is going to work for you, which helps, again, strengthen your understanding of what you can do and what you should be doing. You're not getting bogged down by the what-ofs, the could-ofs, the should-ofs. You're focusing in on actuality. And that's what we need. We need that shift. Like I said, we're going to be working on that energy shift. We want it to come up. Well, we're going to degunk ourselves so we don't feel like we've got thorns in our back, or I guess he's got arrows in our back, and that we're able to get down to what's truly important. Working on ourselves. Like I said, many of us don't like where we're currently at in our journey. We're like, I want to shift this. I want to move this. I want to do this. I want to do that. Well, you're not going to be able to do anything until you start to work on it. We have to have that active participation. In the middle of the week, that's exactly what we're looking at. That active participation. Looking at and checking into our perspective. Checking into our energy. How are we feeling? What could you do to bring it up? What's more, if you were to raise your vibration, how is that going to impact those around you? Because like I said, it's contagious. So really working, with everything. We're not an island to ourselves. Everything is connected. When we start to shift and work on ourselves, don't be surprised if other people don't take notice, ask you what you're doing because you look better, you feel better. Did you lose weight? That's a common thing because your energy makes you glow. That vibration really makes you sing. It's fantastic. All right, let's get on to the end of the week. What can my friends expect from the end of the week? Okay. Like I said, they've been hucking cards today. I've been pretty good at catching them, but I don't really like to go under the table on camera. It's not a good view. The one that really wanted out, the Three of Earth, or the Three of Pentacles, reminding us we need to work with our physical selves, that physical perspective, so our support team, our support system, and our spiritual, high vibrational support team. It matters. When you work as a team, that's when amazing aspects grow. That's when miracles happen. I like to call this card the Triforce Perfecta, because when you're working with self and understanding you, you're working with your physical support team and your spiritual support team. Well, that Triforce, there's nothing like it. The Ace of Earth, or the Ace of Pentacles. Our decisions now, our perspective changes, our healing, well, it's going to support us in making some shifts that are going to be meaningful for us right now. They're going to help us go forward right now. They're also going to plant little seeds that will start to grow at a later date. We do it innately. It's like breathing. We don't think about it, it happens. Our team is supporting us with that, whether it be our physical support team or our spiritual support team. And a lot of times, a combination of the two. We need to be able to allow those aspects to grow within us because they're added tools and supports that we have forgotten about. Now, earlier this week, I did a Healing 101 where I started to talk about that energy work. And there I spoke about how Reiki gave me words to what I'd been doing historically. It's not uncommon as a Reiki master and teacher that I've had students tell me, this makes sense. Why am I connecting so well with it? Well, it's because you've done it before. Whether it was called Reiki or white light healing or whatever it was called, you were an energy healer. Some people connect in with Reiki really well. For example, it was actually quite funny. One of my students was actually one of Dr. Usui, when he was on Earth, his student. I couldn't figure out why I kept seeing a lot of Japanese symbols, because I don't read Japanese. I never incarnated in a Japanese world. She did. And he actually came in. And I'd met Dr. Sui one other time, and he's an ascended master as well. And he just came in and he's like, bad student. And I'm like, no, she's great. He just shook his head and walked away. I had to get some interpretation and backstory to it, but she was actually one of his students. Reconnecting in with information that she had packed but had forgotten. Like I've said in past videos, we have signed up for this journey. We've also packed different abilities and skills that we're going to need. And what's more, our high vibrational support team, if we're missing something, they can send it to us. It's fantastic. It's a download, which can be a little bit provoking to your head, because it's the high-pitched ringing that we get. They're trying to send you a message or trying to give you something, which is different than the ear condition where you get the ringing in your ear. You know the difference because you can say, ooh, this is really ouchy. Can we turn it down a bit? If the intensity lessens, you know it's high vibrational energy. They're downloading something. So we know we have that ability for these emerging aspects and pieces to be triggered or sent to us. And that's what the end of the week is going to bring us. We're going to start to be able to cultivate some of the stuff we've brought. Well, planting in and nurturing some of the stuff that we know is there sort of in the subconsciously, but we're just going to tend it a bit more. Those emerging aspects will come forward throughout our lifetime, supporting us as we need. So the end of the week, don't be surprised if some of you don't get a download, because we're looking at that Triforce Perfecta with the Ace of Pentacles. We're looking at those emerging aspects. So you're going to connect in with stuff, and don't be surprised if it triggers more stuff needed, okay? It sounds hard, but it's not. Also, because we are looking at the double pentacle or the double earth, please remember the importance of grounding. Like I said, there was a reason I went with the dragons this week. I'd actually initially thought of something else. I was going to use one of my flowery decks, but I chose not to. This one screamed at me, and I'm like, okay. Additionally, when I was grabbing crystals to put on the table, I was like, oh, I need this one. And this is, of course, Tiger Iron. It is my end-all, be-all, go-to for grounding, okay? So easy ways to keep yourself grounded. Start your day off with a meditation. I know that sounds hard, but not necessarily. I have a grounding meditation that takes about 5 to 10 minutes. We kind of have 5 to 10 minutes, which you could also do while you're doing something else. It's actually part of my short and sweet meditation playlist. And I say, you can be grounded, or you can be seated, you can be standing. You just need to be able to focus in on it. So you could do it in the shower. You could do it while you're brushing your teeth. Visualizing that energy supporting you and grounding you. Okay? I don't ever suggest meditating while you're driving. That's dangerous. Or while you're walking. Again, danger. However, you can take a few minutes. Even while you're just getting ready to sit down and get to work, you can have that going, and you can visualize that energy stabilizing you. Then you can use crystals to your advantage to help maintain that stability throughout your day. If you are someone who likes flower essence or like essential oils, you want that earthy kind of scent. The one I usually go to is cinnamon because it is so readily available. You can easily grab a cinnamon stick, which many of us have, because we bring it out at Christmas time and we put it in the eggnog. And no one really knows why, right? Cinnamon stick, easy peasy, right? Put it in some hot water. You can add some lemon and some honey, maybe a bit of mint, and you can make yourself a tea that will really calm and stabilize you, make you feel stronger, right? And that's part of it. We're not compartmentalized. It's not like our physical aspect and our spiritual aspect are two separate things. We're all in one. So if you are, whatever you're drinking or eating, it does impact your emotional state and your spiritual state. So you can use that to your advantage. I'm good. How are you? Is it Radha? I'm sorry. I've got so many lights. If I said your name wrong, I apologize. And like always, I know the numbers are coming up and down throughout this session, but you can ask questions. I'll do my best to answer them. So what you ingest, what you smell, impacts all of you. So you can keep that in mind and use that to your advantage. Let's see what else we can use to our advantage. Oh, I'm glad I got it right. What will support my friends in embracing all that this week has to offer them? I'm so glad that they keep the tables on, or the cards on the table. When I was doing my Patreon reading earlier today, I had cards everywhere. It was nasty. I love this. Your second chakra, Archangel Ariel. So I really enjoy of course you can. Please ask any question. I really enjoy this deck. However, the archangels they put with the chakras are not chakras that I would associate them with. Archangel Ariel she's a fantastic, gentle archangel, but she works a lot with animals. She's not what I would associate with my sacral chakra, which is your second chakra. That said, very important for this week. The sacral chakra is about passion. We need that passion base, that connection. It's going to help us with the decisions that we need to make. So having our sacral chakra flowing and working well will support us. Additionally, Archangel Ariel can help us with that. She can help us connect in to some of our totem animals, those sacred animals that are part of our team. Because our high vibrational support team are both beings, like our guardians, our guides. They're also our dragons, the unicorns, the merfolk, the fairy folk, but also guides that are in the animal world, the animal kingdom. We have that ability to connect in with them. And Archangel Ariel can help us out with that. Additionally, Archangel Ariel, I did a meditation with her last year on grounding. Fantastic support on grounding. Yes, and I will keep going with that. I can answer any personal questions at the end if you like. Okay. I'll do the general, and then if you have any specific questions, Radha, I can definitely answer them. Okay. So, Archangel Ariel, fantastic. She is a lot of fun, and especially if you have a fur baby or an animal that has either passed over to the Rainbow Bridge or you want to connect in with them. She's a fantastic to support. I've worked with her as well when there's been animals in danger or in struggle, especially like when Australia was in fire. I know a lot of light workers were working with her and really trying to reinforce and support the animal kingdom as much as we can. Oh, these lights are playing on these cards today. Cornucopia. Is it going to come in? Oh, there it is. Cornucopia. Reminding you that these decisions these gateways that your high vibrational support team is trying to get your attention to, like, look, go this way, it's better, we're going to start to be able to see that abundance. Okay, we're raising our vibration. We're able to really see that abundance grow. And what's more, the more we're conscious and intentional about what we're doing, so we're intentional in meditation, we're intentional when we're doing our check-ins, well, we're starting to raise our vibration and the universe sees us working. And it's like, yay, they're doing it. Let's support them. Let's keep them going. Let's get their momentum going so they feel that love and that support. That is when you see that abundance grow. That is when everything starts to work out. You're like, oh, well, look at that. I didn't have to work so hard. Yeah, look at this. This is fantastic. Oh, someone's coming in to help me? Wow, I didn't think of that. The universe will support us. And they support us in ways we hadn't even thought of because we do not have that bigger picture. We're in the forest. We can only see so far ahead of us. We need to be able to take those small steps and then trust that support team to help us out. All right, so I'm going to end off the weekly reading with any further insight, guidance, and support that we can share with my friends for the week of July 11th through the 17th. See, this is when they started hucking cards around the last time too. All right, calm down, calm down. It's all good. I swear it's the new moon. They've just been hucking things around, trying to catch my attention on everything. I thought that when Gemini was going through and we had the twins hucking stuff, I was like losing my mind. The 10 of Earth, 10 of Pentacles. Reminding you, physically, we're not alone. I know many of us are still feeling that isolation, but we can reach out to our physical support team, connect in with them. And yes, I know many of us can't physically go to our family yet. However, we're becoming masters of connecting in other ways. We need that support. We need their nurturing. And what's more, they need ours. It's a give-take relationship. Remember, we're not the only ones impacted by what happened in May with the different eclipses going through. We had Gemini that was pretty harsh, Mercury retrograde. It was just like being slammed. And then we've had some really crazy weather that is impacting a lot of us. So remember, they need us just as much as we need them. I love this card. He is so cute. The 9 of Water, or the 9 of Cups, reminding us that abundance is there. It's time to connect in with it, focusing in on that positive. Like I said, when you start to intentionally shift our perspectives, that is when you're going to see that abundance. Sure, we may not like where we're at. However, we know we're trying. We're learning and we're exploring our world. That shift from, I hate this, it's not working, it sucks. Well, you start to see things, right? Okay, well, I'm not happy here. I'm trying, I'm learning. Okay, what can I do that's going to make me feel better? Well, I like it when I am creative. I like it when I give myself a little bit of time for me. I like this. And when I do this, like, for example, I like to meditate. When I have that meditation time, I feel stronger. I feel healthier. I feel more able to make decisions that aren't going to come crashing down on me. Giving yourself some time to engage in these things that you like, are doing well for you, raises your vibration, opens you up to your intuition and your clairs. We all have the ability to connect in to the high vibration. It is not a select few. I know there's a lot of misconception. Oh, only so many people can be psychic. Well, psychic in itself is a whole other ballgame, but being able to connect in to our high vibrational support team, the angels, the unicorns, the dragons, the fairies, whatever, whoever collectively is important to you, your guides, your guardians, your astral family, you have that ability. It's a skill. Got the magician here, guys. Is it a skill that you need to work on? Everybody's going to be different. This is a group reading, but that connection. Now we do have double nines, the 9 of water and the 9 of fire. When you have that double 9, the angels are telling you to stay true to your course, that abundance is coming your way. I love this card. I love so many of them, but his face, the Chariot, the 7th card in the major arcana, and we're looking at that movement forward, using our willpower and our drive. We're using that solar plexus energy, which is in our tummy, to push us forward, to really get going on it. We have that ability. Again, it's about that active participation. We need to raise our vibration, be open to the messages, no matter what they come forward as, and make decisions that make sense. And we don't have to do life-changing decision-making here, guys. Even perspective shifts in itself is a decision. Perspective shifts open you up to more guidance and more support. I'm a big supporter of those small, steady steps so you can maintain them. Leaps of faith cause you to get scared, you become uncertain, and your ego claws you backwards. And you have a lot of heartache and fear about growth, development, and exploring your experience. The Page of Earth. So fantastic. So, of course, pages, they're the 11th card in the major arcana, the minor arcana, and they're all about that play, that fun and exploration. We need to be open to this. We need to enjoy this. It's summer for most of us. We need to enjoy this warmth because sooner rather than later, we're going to have, for many of us, snow and the inability to get out and enjoy our world, our experience, because it's going to be too cold and the days are going to be so short. Again, we have the Page of Earth reminding us the more stable we are, the more we're going to open ourselves up to the excitement, the fun, the knowledge that is coming forward. Now we do have double 11s. The energy oracle is numbered. Not all oracle decks are. And the page is the 11th card. Now 11s are a master number. When you have that multiple 11, the angels are encouraging you to trust in yourself, trust in your abilities, and really be open to your intuitive energy. It kind of kicks up the 1. Like we have the 1 here. Actually, we've got double 1s that I missed. I apologize. The double 1 reminds you to stay true to your passion, stay true to you, trust your abilities. The double 11 kicks it up a notch and adds in your intuition. The 4 of water, also known as the 4 of cups. We're looking at that aha. The 4 of cups, usually in the original card that Pamela Coleman Smith drew, you have this man who's sitting cross-armed and he's kind of about his world. He's got 3 cups in the row and he's just like, bleh. And you have this hand trying to hand him another cup. It similarly looks like the Ace of Cups, which it is. It's the Holy Grail. We're missing that big piece, that big puzzle piece that will give you that aha, that reprieve, that connection, and that fulfillment, which you're going to see in these decisions and these connections. So this week offers you a lot. We just need to slow down and be present of mind for it. The 5 of air. I just noticed, because I got caught up in my reading, I didn't do the challenge. Usually I look at the challenge of the week. This is your challenge this week. The 5 of air or the 5 of swords. Your ego will not go quietly into the night. It's not going to sit and go, oh, growth, development, fantastic. No, it's going to say absolutely no way. It's going to resist it. It's going to bring up that fear and that anxiety. Those what ifs. That resistance to change. That is going to be the biggest falling point this week. It's going to close down your ability to receive this guidance and support like you need it. So when we start to have those what ifs, those couldas, shouldas, and would'ves, ground yourself. Take some time. That's why I have that 5-minute meditation. It's like 5 to 10 minutes. I think it's actually like 8.2 minutes or something like that to ground you. It's easy. And like I said, it can be done anywhere. Grounding you causes your ego to lose its voice because you are stabilizing you. You're focusing in on your breath for even 5 minutes. That helps to rebalance your chemistry in your brain, giving you lots of oxygen to use our frontal cortex and create decisions and conclusions that are in your best interest, not getting caught up in your ego. I could actually put that one right there. And finally, such a gorgeous card. I love this deck. I absolutely love it. I just got it and I absolutely adore it. Temperance, the 14th card in the Major Arcana. We're looking at balance, guidance, and of course those messages. So Temperance usually is an angel with 1 foot on the water, 1 foot on the land. It's not actually an angel, it's a goddess. It's the goddess Iris, who is a goddess of messages, reminding us that we need that balance. 1 foot in the water, 1 foot on the land. We don't want to hyper-focus in on all this. We need that balance. We need that fun and play. Makes a big difference in helping us to raise our vibration. So when we are balanced, not only does our energy flow better, but we're opening ourselves up to that guidance, those messages that the high vibrational beings want to share with you. I know I've been saying that a lot in this reading. However, it's really important, especially as we're going forward. We know in about 10 years, we're looking at an energetical shift globally. Well, we need to start to get ready for it. We need these emerging aspects. We need to start to take care of ourselves. So this week starts things off, gets us going in the right direction. All right, so my friends who are here, if you guys have any other questions, please feel free to ask them now. Radha, you wanted to know what's coming forward for you as an individual? Let's see. What could Radha expect this week? This is a global reading, so it's going to build off of that, okay? Oh, fantastic. The 2 of water, also known as the 2 of cups. So the 2 of cups, you're looking at, that's not going to come in. I'm just going to put him right here for right now, okay? So you can see the card. The 2 of cups, you're looking at that balance. Many times you're looking at the relationship. It's not so much a relationship on the outside, it's your relationship on the inside. Oh, your love life? Yeah, this is it. We need to work and strengthen the relationship we have with ourselves, because that is going to strengthen your energetical signature, which is going to bring in and attract your soulmate. Okay, I hope that makes sense. I know it sounds crazy, But when we start to strengthen our relationship with ourselves, so balancing out the feminine and the masculine, we're starting to really raise that vibration, connecting in with our natural skills and abilities. We start to amplify that signature. Our soulmate isn't looking for a specific body type, a bank account, or something that is going to trigger them visually. Rather, it's going to be that energetical link. You walk by them and it's just like, ooh, and you kind of take that pause. Sure, aesthetically, you will be connected somehow. Something will trigger with you. But it's going to be that relationship with self, strengthening that, especially our intuition. My understanding is that your soulmate is very intuitive, and you're going to connect with them first intuitionally rather than physically. So please let me know if you have any more questions. And if anyone else has any other questions, I will definitely answer them as much as I can now. And if you're coming to this and you have a question, please feel free to email me. I will do my best to get back to you as humanly possible. Okay. Had some caffeine, had a drink. I don't see any other questions. I will be back live on Monday. I'm going to be doing some channeling with the angels. Radha, you asked me about channel or who you should be connecting in with. I would definitely. Sorry, the communication just came in. Okay, I would definitely connect in with Archangel Raziel. He is a fantastic archangel of rainbows, because those rainbows are going to be really important for you. Any communication from my friend? No, not off the top. Not the one that you're wanting to connect in with. My understanding is that they're not quite ready, and they're having to continue their path. They will connect in with you when they can. Yeah. So check in with Raziel. I've got 2 meditations with him on my playlist below on the Archangel one. I've got the aerial one that would help with grounding. I've got all sorts. Just go down and check them out. They're all free, so it doesn't matter how many times you click the link, to be honest. Oh, speaking of links, if you guys did like this video, please remember to give it a thumbs up. It helps people find me on the sea of YouTube, which helps us collectively start to raise our vibration. Hence what I said about the healer here. The more we vibrate, it starts to resonate. So it helps people find me on the sea of YouTube. And if you did like the video, don't forget to subscribe and hit that little red bell. I try and post on a standard schedule. However, I am a mom. And especially during the summer, my schedule is all off wonky because all the kids are home. It's fantastic. I'm surprised they haven't come and asked me if I'm finished yet. So if you hit the subscribe button and that bell, you're not going to miss any of the videos that I post. Like I said, on Monday afternoon, about the same time, I will be live. I will be channeling in with the angels. All right. So you guys have a fantastic day. I hope this really helped you. Enjoy your weekend and start to connect in with some of these energies. It will really help you to make some decisions that are in your best interest. Until tomorrow, my friends.